questions for Gabriel Landeskog. Start with Pat Graham.
Congratulations on the goal.
Thank you.
We're talking to Nate. He said that this was more than just a playoff goal. This was a life goal. He goes, that's how much he thought of that goal for you. What does it mean when you hear teammates say that? They realizing that how much this comeback means to them and you.
Yeah, it means a lot. Obviously, I've envisioned scoring again for a long time. And then there were obviously days where I didn't know if I was ever going to get the score again. So obviously it feels good, and it's a tight playoff series, and in a big game here at home, get to do it in front of our fans obviously means a lot. So super exciting. Hopefully more to come.
Here, the next.
Gabe, can you walk us through the goal, what you remember from it, and also the celebration after, including getting bear hugged by Nate on the way, on the drive-by?
Yeah, Nelly was flying up the neutral zone, and I was just trying to find a soft spot, middle of the ice, and he made a great play to me, and I think that was my first shot on net in the last 2 games. So figured I'd shoot it, and got some good wood on it, and pretty amazing feeling. I think I blacked out for a few seconds and was just looking around for my teammates. But yeah, pretty amazing feeling, and just the genuine excitement from my teammates means a lot. And obviously the building was rocking again tonight, and yeah, felt good.
Ryan and Jesse.
After the last game, you talked about areas of your game you wanted to improve on and build on for this game. I mean, where do you feel like you're at now? How did you feel in this game?
I thought it was better. I thought my game was better, and I thought the team's game was better offensively as well. Yeah, we were able to find some more zone time and hang on to some pucks, and same thing for me, I guess, right? Like to try to make some plays and not always look past first, but hang on to it, make them defend you, and try to take it from you. So it was a good step in the right direction, and we'll continue working on those things and see what we can do better for Game 5 here. But I thought overall, our top to bottom, I thought we played well tonight. And, yeah, good result, and reset and do it again.
Jesse, then Eric.
Gabe, Logan said that when you scored that goal that he took a moment on the bench to just kind of look around and take in the atmosphere, the environment. He said it's not really something you normally do in a playoff game. Did you have that same moment when you got back to the bench?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I really did. I don't know. It's a fine line for me because I don't want to make it about myself all the time, and I think there's been a lot of attention on me lately, and I guess a part of me understands why. But I think as somebody who's been in this sport and this game for almost essentially my whole life, it's not about you, it's about the team. So this kind of goes against that a little bit, but yeah, no doubt, I think we all understand what a long road it's been, and like I said before, there were moments of doubt, and I think it'd be foolish not to take a second and enjoy it, and really soak it in. And I think really the most reflection will probably come when it's all said and done one day, and you understand what the journey has been like, and the ups and downs, and the great days and great games and whatnot. But I think for now, you enjoy it for a moment, and I'll enjoy it tonight, and then back to work tomorrow.
Eric and Colleen.
Gabe, I think it was 15 days ago where we talked to you in Loveland when you were just coming back and playing that first game, and now you're back, you take the warm-up, you play the game, you score the goal, and it's like this thing has gone so much bigger than just Landeskog playing. Like you're part of the top 6, you're scoring, you're battling in front of the crease. Like, how do you explain this whole thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's take it one step at a time, and really, I think that was just kind of the same thing throughout my rehab. Towards the end of it, at least, when you get back on the ice, there are certain steps you want to take, and once you're exposed to the next thing, then great, you check that off, and you're off onto the next thing, and the next thing, and I think every day you're trying to improve, no matter if that's in the gym or on the ice or whatever. And there's no different now that I'm healthy and back in the lineup. You're trying to improve every day and trying to get better, and for me, it's great to have that first game out of the way, and then this morning I woke up and it's just no excuses. I don't want to make this about me missing X amount of days or whatever. It's a huge playoff game for us, a must win here at home, and I think our team played that way and played real hard and real well. And I think I was no different than anybody else tonight. I thought we all brought our A game.
Colleen, Nick, and Corey.
Gabe, Coach had talked about the team kind of not firing on all four cylinders, and you as the captain, what was your part in kind of getting everybody to do that tonight?
I don't know if there was anything in particular, but I thought Bedsy had a great meeting this morning, and just making sure we're understanding that we've done a lot of good things defensively. And then, yes, there are some areas where we can improve on offensively as well. So, but understanding what we've been doing well and where we can improve, I think that's just how we always operate and how Bedsy operates. So my message was no different. Just go out, have a good start, get the crowd into it, and I thought we had a great first period, and then we just kind of fed off of that.
Nick and Corey.
The fourth goal, you're battling with Bischel. He's 6'7", 230. I
he's a big boy.
I can't imagine you've done that in 3 years. You couldn't test it like that. Does that answer a question for you, like that you're able to do that?
Yeah, I think so to a certain degree. Yeah, he's a big, strong guy and physical player and hard to play against. So, yeah, I mean, I was trying to get in front of their goalie, and he was trying to get me out of there. So it was a good battle, and yeah, no, I guess that answers that question. Yeah.
Corey, then John.
You had the in the last episode of the doc, you went to Toronto. You were worried about the knee. You had the cyst. Has there been any, even like for a minute or an hour, hiccups since then, or has it been pretty like full speed ahead since?
No, it's been pretty good. Yeah, it's been pretty good. That was, I guess, kind of the bit of a scare for a second, but it's always something we're gonna have to manage. You know, it's just a daily thing where you're gonna have to stay on top of it when it comes to recovery work and treatment and all of the above. So, yeah, just manage it. No different than some of the other bumps and bruises that other guys are dealing with throughout the playoffs, and it's just kind of my new normal, I guess, right?
John Bailey, then D-Mac.
After the final horn, fans were still chanting Landy as they were walking out the door. How empowering has that been, has that response been to this journey?
I think it's hard to put into words, to be honest. It really is. I don't know how to explain that, what that does to you and how that makes you feel, and just the love and support from all around the place has been incredible. And from this building, I've talked about it before, this is a building where I essentially grew up in, you know, from 18 to now. I got my own kids in this building once in a while, so it's a special place, and to hear the love from the fans, I mean, that's just, it's incredible. And all I can do is try to go out there and play my heart out, and I'll continue to do that.
Bailey, D-Mac, and we'll finish up front.
As a leader in the room, what is your message going into, you know, really tough and important Game 5? This is a game that you guys had a resounding response in. What are you guys continuing, and what's your message to the group going back to Dallas?
Yeah, the message will be that we can expect their best on their home ice, and we need to bring our best. And as much as we can, reset and do the same thing we did tonight on the road. You know, we know that's a tough building to play in, but yeah, we want to probably look at exactly what we did the other day and look at the video and see what we did well, see what worked, and see where we can improve. It's no different than a loss or a win. You do the same thing. So big game, no doubt. Be fun.
Gabe, when you started doing the documentary, it was pretty remarkable because who knew where it was going to go, what the ending was going to be? What's the ending to the documentary now, Gabe?
I don't know. We should probably wrap it up right now. This is, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. It's a good question, but I guess we'll see.
Was it that goal?
Maybe. I don't know. I hope we continue winning. I hope we can get, we can get another big win here in Game 5, come home for Game 6, and then we'll see. I wish I had an answer for you, but I guess we'll find out, and stay tuned.
Introduced the big hat to the locker room earlier this year. Can you tell us
Yeah.
the origin story of the big hat and what it was like to be the recipient of it tonight?
Yeah. I don't know where we saw it. I think it might have been like an online ad or something where I saw it, and I thought it'd be kind of funny to see the guys in this after games. And yeah, we were able to get our hands on one, and it's been quite entertaining seeing guys put it on and wear it and look quite silly. And then I got to put it on, and guys always joke about how big my head is. So it was quite snug on me, but it was fun to finally get to put it on, no doubt.
Logan got everything started tonight. He's been huge this series. How have you seen his growth, not just as a player, but as a leader in this locker room over the last few years?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's taken steps every year. And I think for him, it starts with his work ethic that it's hard to match. That's where it starts. He's in great shape. He works hard. He's a good skater. Continues to work on his game. And it just seems like he's taking great leadership of that fourth line, especially now lately, and they've been probably our most consistent, our best line throughout the series so far. And I think tonight was no different. It kind of started with them, and I thought every time they got on the ice, they were in the offensive zone and making things happen and create some momentum for us. So I think him in particular just continues to grow as a player and as a leader, and I think he was a captain for DU his last year there, and so that's no surprise that that he's got those qualities, and you can't have enough of it. So for us, he's been huge, and like I said, that whole line was great tonight again.
Thanks, Gabe.
Thanks, guys.
I'm just wait for the mic. Question for Jared Bednar. Start here with Justin.
There's obviously been a lot of focus on Gabriel Landeskog's return. You've said a lot of great things about him, but what's kind of going through your mind emotionally when you see him, score his first goal back in 3 years?
I was just proud of him again. I mean, I'm proud of him regardless of if he scores or not, just because I know what he's gone through and I know how difficult that was. So, but I mean, I think that just takes it to another level. Like you know that he wants to come back, he wants to contribute the way he did in the past, and he's off to a great start. It's obviously a huge goal when you're in a playoff game, and yes, it was great to see.
Your expectations?
I said the other night I was surprised with the level of play he got to, even just in game one, just like the poise he has with the puck, and I was just worried about the game being a little bit too fast for him, not because of his training or conditioning or skating with his leg or any of that. It was just more of like being out of the game that long. It's a long time, and it's hard to do, but it seems like he's settling in nicely.
Evan, then Ronnie.
Brock said this morning he wants to be a difference maker. Was that his best game in an Avalanche uniform?
It was his best game of the series for sure, and he played a couple good games for us. So we needed our big boys to step up tonight, obviously, and make a difference. And I thought all of them were outstanding, including Brock.
Another big goal from Logan. I mean, just what are the contributions from the bottom two lines? Those guys when the games can be tight.
Well, that line has been exceptional. I said it all year. They're our most consistent line, night in, night out, with the detail and the commitment that they play with, and how competitive they are as a group of three. And I've said it before, they do a lot of heavy lifting. A lot of D-zone starts, a lot of penalty kill time. Their forecheck has been relentless, and obviously that's a huge goal for us. Special teams were incredible tonight, right? Power play goes 1 for 1, penalty kill 4 for 4, and they pick up a shorty, and those guys have a lot to do with that.
John.
There was a point in the second period where the spacing and chemistry of the offense was so sharp that it was artistic, and the crowd was feeding into it. Did a switch flip?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, we were just on our toes. It was highly competitive. Puck decisions were all good. Guys were willing to skate with the puck and force them to defend. Some of the things we've been talking about for a few games now, and it came together there for a while tonight, which was good to see. I thought it continued in the third period a little bit too.
Jesse, then Pierre.
Coach, you told us over these last couple of days that you guys have had too many quiet players through the first 3 games. That sure felt like a complete effort from your group tonight.
It was, yeah. I can't find a player on our roster that I didn't like tonight.
Pierre, then Corey.
Jared, getting this version of Landeskog back 2 games into his 3-year return, what does it do to your lineup that it's the top 6 forward version, it looks like, that you're getting, as opposed to, you probably didn't know a month ago what version you'd be getting?
Yeah, we didn't know for certain. We were certainly hopeful. But yeah, I mean, it's big because it just adds another huge piece to it, to our lineup that gives us even more depth. And especially when you lose a guy like Colton, right? Like, he's played in our top 9, top 6 all year, and he's been an impact player there, and we lose him for a bit, and Landy is able to come in, and I mean, he's looked great. So, and I like the chemistry of that line again tonight. They played a few shifts together the other night, and they're back on it again tonight, and so that's a good sign.
Bailey, then Eric.
You did mention that, you know, you were looking for a little bit more out of that second line. You make a couple changes. Did you feel like that was kind of what you wanted to see from a group that's supposed to be, you know, contributing?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's 2 good home games from those guys, Val, Nelly, Landy on there. You know, like, that's been a good line for us in the last 2 home games and on both sides of the puck, right? Like, it's not just about production. Certainly we need production, you know, spread out through our lineup. You got to come up with enough chances to be able to put some by these guys, and we did that tonight. The other night we had a little bit of a tough time, you know, but on the defensive side of it, they've been really good too.
Your last one, Eric.
Jared, when you look at the way the series has been played, with you guys leading for all but 62 seconds or the game is tied and scoring the first goal every single time, like, is there any added confidence knowing that it's a best of 3 now and you guys have played like that for 4 games? Does that change the way you look at the series at all?
I like the way we played in this series. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like, we didn't get the result we wanted in game 2 and game 3. There's certainly some things in both those games that we could have done better, including game 1 and at times even tonight. But, you know, last year we played hard in this series too. I can't remember if it was last year where we didn't get a lead and we didn't get the result we wanted. And this year we're getting it and we still are fighting for those results. So, like, scoring first, the only score that matters is a score at the end of the game. I'm not going to be happy unless we're winning hockey games. And but I like a lot of the things we're doing. Like, we're competing. We're competing as hard as we can compete, and you know, we have some improvements we can make and some things we have to continue to do really well in order to, you know, shut down their offense. And that's not an easy task, but we're competing in the right areas to try and do that.
Finish with Colleen.
I think that a game like that can boost everybody's confidence that we're able to go and try and repeat that performance.
Thanks, sir.
Yep.